All right, 6:36 is the time right now, and happening today, the D.C. Council is holding a hearing on 3 public safety bills. It is happening in about 5.5 hours at noon. Now, the bills deal with safety around transportation and businesses. But first, I want to bring in Jess Arnold right now to talk about the big one. She's at the Wilson Building where this hearing will be happening this morning. And Jess, overall, we're talking about video surveillance, we're talking about safety patrols, but you're talking about even more in the big bill here, one of the big bills here.
Yeah, this whole government response to crime act that they'll be one of the 3 that they'll be talking about here today. Now, one of the things that they're going to be dealing with in this bill has to do with the Department of Forensic Sciences. The U.S. Attorney has said that their issues over at that department had caused issues in building their cases. If you remember, they lost their accreditation back in 2021. Well, this bill would establish a recruitment and retention plan for that department as they work to get that accreditation back, which could come as early as January. We're still having to wait and see. So that is one of the components of this bill. It also has to do with tracking data. So they want the mayor to establish some metrics and make sure that they're tracking firearm sales, firearm tracking, making sure that they know what is coming in and out of the city, as well as how well those violence reduction programs are performing, and make sure they're establishing metrics to be able to measure that.
Well, Jess, there have been a number of issues this past year with the 911 call center. How would this bill impact that center?
Yeah, we've reported on so many of them for years, but this would establish a task force to review it, see how effective it is, see what those problems are, and really take a look at how they can hopefully, improve upon the problems that we've heard from people.
All right, Jess, the other bills deal with businesses and transportation. There's some pretty straightforward safety upgrades. Could we be seeing more of those blue light boxes?
Yeah, that's part of the transportation one. So they're going to be setting those up, at least one in each ward, near stuff like metro stops, bus stops. They'll have that button that people can press if they need emergency responses right away. It'll also have cameras attached to them so that they can record the crime happening, ideally preventing it, but at least recording it so that they can find the perpetrator of that crime after something happens. Now, you also mentioned another bill dealing with businesses. This one would allow the Deputy Mayor of Public Safety to have some grant-making authority to dole out to business improvement districts, to main streets, those organizations that work in different regions to work with the local businesses that are in the area, and they would be able to add some violence reduction measures that they feel they need in their community. So that could be increasing patrols, it could be increasing lighting, and that would allow them to continue to expand upon that program. There's a lot they're going to be discussing today. That's why they have allotted 5 hours for this hearing. It kicks off right here at the Wilson Building and online at noon. We'll, of course, give you a live look at that at our noon show. But for now, I'll send it back to you in studio.
All right, Jess, thank you very much.